Hey everybody, it's Zip. How y'all doing? It's Monday, and we don't like Mondays because Monday we want to get back in the bed, and I'm freezing. I don't know. It's like cold and rainy here in Florida, in my opinion, because some people will be like, "Oh, this nice weather." Not in my opinion. I'm cold. I'm in my house with socks on, in a sweater and pants, and doing the most. But I wanted to get on for a second, and I want to talk about the importance of healing yourself, healing your mind, healing your spirit, healing emotionally. For me, I'm just tired of seeing damaged people. Like I'm tired of seeing people that are so damaged that they are not able to function in the world. It's hurtful. I'm not tired in a way that I'm mad, but I'm more tired in a way that it's hurtful. Like they cannot even function with daily activities because of their perspective of what they think is happening. It's not all the time that somebody is attacking you. It's not all the time that someone wants something from you. And this is why I feel like it's important to heal, because when you heal mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, and you connect with the spirit of that healing of the spirit, once you connect with that, intuition gonna speak to you. It's up to you. This ain't acting right today, but it's up to you if you want to ignore the warning signs. It's literally up to you if you want to ignore warning signs. It's very important for you to heal and to figure out who you are and who's in your life for you and who not for you. To heal from past traumas, even childhood traumas, because I'm finding that a lot of us had a lot of traumas, a lot of things that really irritated us because some parents raised on just a flat of this how I was raised. Some parents raise on a flat of basically this how I was raised, this how I'm gonna raise you. They raise individuals just alike, but it doesn't work that way. You know what I'm saying? I think maybe on my podcast, I don't know if I talked about it on TikTok before, but I think on my podcast I explained that my children are very different people. One of them, I can yell at him, I can hey whatever. The other one, I have to kind of like sit him down and say, hey, listen, because that's how he understands. You know what I'm saying? People are individuals. But at the same time, when you don't heal, it makes life hard for you, but it makes life hard for the people around you. Especially for like the people that come into your life and they really care about you genuinely, or I'll make an example. And I know this client went in mine. I had a client who hired me for services. Like they hired me for coaching. And so every time we would have a session, I could feel a battle within him with everything that I was telling him, everything that I was saying to him. And I was thinking, wait a minute, you contacted me. I'm like, I don't want to battle with nobody because I'm just not a battler. After a while, I was like thinking like, man, what can I do to get through to him? And so we had to go way back. And even though coaching is not therapy, we have to talk about some things that happened in the past in order to bring the person to the future. You know what I'm saying? As we started talking about his past, he started talking about women in his life and things that women had did to him. And so it completely, first of all, I was flabbergasted because I'm thinking, but you hired a woman coach. But I was like, wait a minute. Obviously, he saw something in me and he said, I think she can get me to where I am. But once I understood that his background with women was like completely damaged, we got to deal with that first. We have to deal with that space first, because now I need you to heal from what you feel about other women so that you're not grouping me in with these women, because this is a total different situation and I am a totally different individual. And a lot of times when you're not healed, you look at situations and you see familiar things and then you group it together. You say, oh, well, this situation is the same as what I went through 10 years. Triggers. But a lot of times we have triggers because we didn't heal from the past stuff. So now it becomes a trigger. It's almost like if your friend calls you and tells you that her man hit her and you used to be abused by your man. Now you want to go over there and jump on him because he ain't finna hit my friend. And that's like a simple one. And maybe she wasn't talking about that kind of hit. Now you done blow the thing out of proportion. And she like, wait a minute. I was saying he hit me. We was playing and then he hit me, but you ain't let me finish. But because you hear one word or you hear something that sounds familiar, then you say, I've been through that. General example, signs, Geminis, Scorpios, although all of us have some kind of familiar ways, we are still individual people that have individual perspectives. It's fun sometimes for us to group ourselves within our familiar ways of our signs. But when it really comes to it, we are different people. A lot of times I be telling people, don't be getting mad at me because I'm a Gemini, because all Geminis not the same. Yes, I'm a Gemini. But at the same time, if you don't heal, you'll never be able to see past the negative in order to step into the positive. You'll never be able to see a situation for what it You'll never be able to see a situation for what it really is, because as soon as you see something familiar, you're going to shut down. You're going to say, I've been through this before and I'm not, nope. I can, and I'm like big with nope, 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 nope. And not because I see familiars, but because I'm healed from situations and I'm just not going to deal with them. You have to be able to heal yourself to look at stuff in a reality standpoint, or to provide people with an opportunity. I always tell people, you can't get mad at folks. You have to give them an opportunity to mess up. You can't just instantly say this person gonna do this because you see something familiar in them that you went through in a past situation. But that's because we don't heal. We do not heal. In my life, it's very hard when I meet unhealed people, because they instantly think, wait a minute, she fake. She is not that nice. She cannot be that nice. I am. I got a mean streak, but you got to get me though. You can say, I can tell a person like, I support you. I'm there for you. I love you. Like I tell people I love them when I meet them. I love you because I do. I love people. It's just who I am. Heal people. Start that process. This is not a come in mindset coach with me. If you want to, fine. If you don't, find somebody that you can be accountable to and start this healing process. Because if we start healing, then we can start healing with our children. We can start healing with our parents. We can start healing with everyone. I literally had a bad relationship like growing up with my mother. A bad relationship. We couldn't even really be in the same space without one of us getting upset with each other or fussing at each other or anything like that. And as I got older, I started to think like, man, why can't we get along? Why is it that I can't get along with my mother doesn't get along with her mother, and my mother's mother did not get along with her mother? Well, I always had this thing in my mind that I'm a curse breaker. We ain't gonna do this. We gonna figure out what the problem is and what the situation is, and we gonna move forward. As I got older, I remember I probably was like 19 or 20 or something. And at this time, I had not spoke to my mom for months. We got into a big argument and I just had not talked to her and she didn't talk to me. So we didn't talk to each other. And I was processing, what is it? What is it? Like, what is it? And I went back to the fact that my mother didn't really get along with her mother. Her mother didn't get along with her mother. And I said, you know what? I'm going to form a relationship with my mom. I'm going to get to know her and I'm going to talk to her and I'm going to confide in her and I'm going to tell her that I love her. Now, sometimes she still hang up the phone and she'll say, I love you. But she'd be like, all right, bye. But that's not what she's used to. That's not what she grew up with. And when I started formulating a relationship based off, she is who she is and I am who I am, but I want to have a relationship with her and I don't want to have a bad relationship. I want to be able to be in a room with her and have a conversation with her. And I want to be able to hug her and love her, because growing up, my mom didn't do those things. She didn't hug us. She didn't say like, I love you. It was like, you knew she loved you because we're going to go shopping. She going to make sure we got food, all of those things that are important. But me, my love language is touch. I want to hug and I want to say I love you. When I see people, I love you. I'm hugging them and I'm touching them. And you know what I'm saying? That's just who I am. I had to start to understand her love language, but she also had to start to understand. But she also had to start to understand mine. And sometimes she'll be like, don't be hugging me, but I will hug her anyway. She's gotten to the point to where she's used to me telling her I love you or giving her a hug or just wanting to be nosy and see what she's doing or whatever the case may be. And we formulated this relationship. But as we formulated this relationship, we started to talk more. And I started to learn that she didn't get those things, but those are things that she wanted from her mom. That was a relationship that she wanted to have with her mom. She wanted those hugs and she wanted those kisses and she wanted those, you're doing a great job and I'm proud of you and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Without her getting them, she wasn't able to give them to us. Did she support us? She showed up to games. She made sure we had food. She made sure we had everything. We knew that my mom was a workaholic, so she always worked. So we knew that she loved us, but at the same time, we are individuals. Whereas my sister is different. She don't need you to hug her. She don't need that. She don't need you. She like to say I love you, but she don't need you hugging on her. I'm just that person. You know what I'm saying? And when you don't heal, you're not able to find yourself, but you're also not able to respect and appreciate the people around you. I think that learning people's love language, their true love language, without trauma, without pain, without frustration, without hurt, you will learn that a lot of people need things to thrive. They need different things to thrive. You know what I'm saying? I thrive off of motivation. If you are constantly around me and you're bitter, you're upset, you cussing, you screaming, you mad, that's not going to work for me. I can't thrive in an environment like that. I literally cannot thrive in an environment like that. The environment has to be peaceful. It has to be motivated. I'm motivating you, you motivating me, we motivating we. And that goes for everybody that's in my circle. That's just not like for a lover, that's for friends, that's for family, that's for whatever. It's whoever it is. I cannot thrive in situations where they are negative. I cannot thrive in situations where we're downing each other and we're calling each other names. And I know that people say, oh, well, some people are raised that way and that's a common thing to them, or that's a wonder, that's how they live their life, or whatever the case may be. But when you dig deep and you find out that those are just traumas, they're literally traumas that you just have not dealt with, you just have not healed from. And then when you dig deep and you start to heal, you start to realize what it is that you really want and who you really are and what really makes you thrive. Because the whole thing in life is not to just survive, but it's to thrive. Heal, heal. Don't be walking around here wanting to hug somebody, but you so scared that you can't hug people because you're so damaged from stuff that you've been through. You want to tell people that you love them and that you care about them and you want to show up and support them at their business stuff and all this kind of stuff, but you're so scared because people hurt you. Don't allow situations and things in the past to control who you are and who you truly are, because then you cannot thrive. I'm just saying, find a place, find a space, and heal. I love y'all.